My name is Natasha Clark. I am a student of BS Clinical Psychology. Today, the topic of my discussion will be Asperger's syndrome. But before moving on to my main topic, I would like to put some light on what neurological disorders are, as Asperger's syndrome is one of the kind of neurological disorders. What are neurological disorders? Neurological disorders are diseases of central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, which include brain, spinal cord, cranial nerves, peripheral nerves, and muscles. So basically, neurological disorders occur when there is a damage reported in any part of the brain or in spinal cord, in nerves, or in muscles. There will be a decline observed in cognitive abilities of such a person, like memory loss, forgetfulness, loss of consciousness, seizures, and fits. Such a person won't be able to memorize small things regarding daily life. And if the damage occurs in peripheral nervous system, which includes certain nerves, specifically cranial nerves, then there will be disturbance in the sense of smell and vision of such a person, and twitching of facial muscles will be the complaint of such a person. And the other component of peripheral nervous system are the muscles. And if the damage occurs in that part of the peripheral nervous system, then the person will experience weakness of muscles, and the motor skills of a person will be disrupted. Now, if we look onto the examples of neurological disorders, it includes Asperger's syndrome, Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease leads problem regarding to walking and maintaining balance. Third type is epilepsy, and seizures are common in epileptic person. And the last type is dementia, in which memory loss occurs. Moving on to the main topic, which is Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome is a neurological and developmental disorder characterized with difficulties in social interaction, non-verbal communication, along with repetition in one's behavior. Symptoms usually occur in early childhood. This means that the age range for Asperger's syndrome is 5 years till 9 years. However, some are diagnosed as early as in 3 years, but it only occurs in your early childhood. Asperger's syndrome has been categorized as autism spectrum disorder. Now, if we have to look for the relation between Asperger's syndrome and autism, then we might have to look at the history of it. So, there was this research conducted by an English psychiatrist, after which it was observed that there was similarity between the behavior of an autistic child and a child who was suffering from Asperger's syndrome. And because of this similarity in behavior, the Asperger's syndrome was categorized as mild autism too. Now, if we look at the symptoms of Asperger's syndrome, then the first one is having difficulty with social interaction. Such a child doesn't know what he has to say or how he has to react when being on any social gathering or an event. The child is unable to respond normally on certain situations, such as the child doesn't smile when someone cracks a joke, and is unable to express his emotions because he feels uncomfortable on such social gatherings. Second point is having few or no long term social relationships. Such a child face difficulty in interacting with other people, therefore, he or she is unable to make new friends. Third point is repetitive behavior. Strict adherence to routine or ritual behavior. Now, if we observe the behavior of such a child, then we will observe that a child suffering from this syndrome feels comfortable in repeating the set pattern of his routine, like the child will wish to have the same breakfast every day. The last symptom is difficulty with certain motor skills. He feels difficulty in performing certain motor skills which require different movements like running and walking. However, the cognitive abilities of such a child may be normal. There might not be a delay observed in learning language. The IQ level of such children is also up to the mark, but they only face difficulty in interacting and in talking with other people. Heading on to the cause of Asperger's syndrome. The exact cause of Asperger's syndrome is unknown. However, there are two factors which are expected to be the cause of this disorder. Number one is genetic, and number two is environmental. However, more importance is given on the genetic factor rather than the environmental factor, because it is expected to run in the families. So, we might say that this is the only comprehensible cause of Asperger's syndrome, that this syndrome is expected to run in the families, and this is the only cause of this syndrome. How to treat this syndrome? There is no cure for Asperger's syndrome. However, there are various methods and therapies that could be proved helpful for improving the child's behavior. Different expertise like pediatric neurologist and developmental pediatrician works for treating this syndrome. If we look at the job of a pediatric neurologist, then if the problem is reported in any part of the brain or damage occurs in any part of the brain of a child, then pediatric neurologist work for its cure. And the job of the developmental pediatrician is to look and observe the behavior of a child and its learning, that whether the child faces difficulty in learning new things or not. How psychologists relate to Asperger syndrome? Since few to almost no medication is used in the treatment of Asperger syndrome, different forms of therapies are conducted as its treatment. The first type of therapy is cognitive behavioral therapy, the short form of which is CBT, in which a therapist usually works to change the way the child suffering from this syndrome thinks. This therapy is usually done to change the behavior of the child suffering from this syndrome, like helping the child to reduce the obsession regarding anything and learning different ways as how to have self control. The second type of therapy is speech language therapy, on which work is done on the communication skills of the child and how to maintain the conversation when talking to someone, and maintenance of the eye contact is improved. Next is the physical therapy. This type of therapy is done to improve the motor skills of a person so that he no longer faces difficulty in walking or running. The last type of therapy is the parental therapy, in which the therapy is not done of the child but the parents. The psychologist help parents to adapt different strategies as how they can overcome problems which are faced while having a child who is suffering from this syndrome. Hence, psychologists assess, diagnose, and treat the problems related to Asperger's syndrome.